So Michael Chiesa came out the other day and he said, he was speaking on the Khamzat Chimaev situation. He basically just told the straight up truth and was like, look, us guys in the top 10, top 5, it's a lose-lose, because if we sign a contract and fight this kid and we lose, we're out of the top 5, we're out of the title picture. And if we win, what do we get? The kid doesn't have a number beside his name. And unfortunately, there's just nothing for us to gain in that situation. So from a business perspective, why would we fight this kid? And I really appreciated Michael Chiesa just being straightforward and saying that, because everybody in the UFC, especially the guys in the top 10, they're always putting on their tough, bad guy act of, oh, I'm the best in the world, and oh, who, Kamaru Usman would say, who is that kid? I don't know who he is, and blah, 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 blah. And Michael Chiesa, I could really relate to him, on a person-to-person basis, because he just came out like a regular guy and said how it was, This is a business. I'm a professional fighter. This is my profession. You offered me Khamzat Chimaev. That's not a good deal for me, so I'm going to decline it. Michael Chiesa's off the hook. Cat's out of the bag. He knows, hey, somebody has to fight this kid, but hey, it's not going to be me. And I just told you why. With that being said, on Twitter a couple days ago, Darren came out and he says basically, my dance card's taken next month with, it's either that fight's November or December, against Hermanson. I have that fight, and after I go out and put a beat down on Jack Hermanson, my dance card's open for December. Let's do this, Khamzat. Rankings have never mattered to me. I don't think they matter in the sport. You can't get a match, I'll sign the contract, I'll fight you. And I personally thought that was a big-time gangster move from Darren Till, because of, what I just explained. All the other contenders at 170, at 185 are avoiding this fight because it's heavy lifting that doesn't have an immediate payout. And Darren Till's just not looking at it that way. He's just kind of being like, guys, at the end of the day, we're all warriors. This is the Ultimate Fighting Championship. You fight the guy they put in front of you. Nobody wants to fight this unranked kid, so sign me up. I'll fight him. And I think there's more stock in fighting Khamzat for certain people than there is others. And what I mean by this, you have Till, who was former welterweight title challenger. A couple years ago, he got put out by Tyron Woodley. Comes up to 185 and looks phenomenal. Filled out at 85. I like him at 85. He's a tall guy. He's 6'2". His muscle mass looks good at that weight class. I really think that was the right move for him. And in a close fight, a split decision, he beats Kelvin Gastelum. And if he can go out and, he beats another contender, Hermanson, and then there's this kid in the background that, has all this hype behind him, and he derails that hype train, I think that gives him some leverage to be like, hey, Dana, I just did a lot of heavy lifting for you. I earned a title shot. I come up to this division. I beat the guy that took Izzy to the depths of hell. I beat Kelvin Gastelum. I beat Hermanson, another top contender. And now I've beat, the hottest prospect on the market. And, we have a tied-up middleweight division. Nobody wants to really see the rematch of Robert Whittaker, and it'll especially help out Darren Till if he can win and Robert Whittaker puts out Cannonier, because people don't really want to see that rematch. The first fight was really one-sided between Darren Till and Whittaker. or not Darren Till and Whitaker, Whitaker and Adesanya. So if Whitaker wins and Till beats Hermanson and he, takes out Khamzat, that puts him, in my opinion, in perfect alignment for a title shot. In that scenario, I don't think anybody else in the division would deserve it more than Till. However, I think Khamzat's going to smash Darren Till, guys. We've seen Tyron Woodley in his last 3 fights. He seems to be on his way out. And he absolutely destroyed Darren Till. Out-wrestled him, out-grappled him, put big elbows on him. I don't think that Darren Till has a favorable style to take out Khamzat. I think Khamzat's going to take him down. I don't think Darren Till's going to be able to stop the takedowns. I think Khamzat's going to land devastating ground and pound. And I could see Khamzat putting him out of there in 2 rounds, guys. And then for Khamzat, he takes out Darren Till, who took out Kevin Gastelum and Hermanson. He has all this hype behind him. We're looking at Khamzat taking out Darren Till in late December. And I think we're seeing early 2021 the title fight, guys. I think he takes out Darren Till. That puts him, meaningless numbers. We can talk about him all day, but that gets him a number beside his name. If he beats Till, he's going to be in the top 10. He's going to have the momentum. He's going to have the speculation. He's going to be the hottest prospect on the market. I think Khamzat beats Till in December, and I think he goes on to defeat Israel Adesanya early 2021 for the middleweight championship of the world, guys. This is absolutely insane as fast as it's moving. That would put him, his 5th fight in the UFC, winning the championship. I think it's going to happen, guys. I think the road to the title is playing out slightly faster than even what I predicted. I think Khamzat's going to be your middleweight champion of the world early 2021. And when he grabs that belt at middleweight, I see very few potential matchups that he could lose in the middleweight division. I could see him grabbing that belt and kind of pulling the Henry Cejudo move of, hey, Kamaru Usman, you're fake news. I want that belt too. And hopping back down to 170 and grabbing that belt. I mean, DC even said at the end of 2021, we could see a double champ situation for this kid. I don't know, what the timeline's going to look like, but I think it's going to happen. I think Khamzat gets the jump on Darren Till. I think early 21, he takes out Israel Adesanya in devastating fashion. And I see him either doing a couple title defenses or trying to hop back down to welterweight before too much longer and grab that belt too. So let me know what you guys think.